Hello YouTube, today I want to talk about the Pokédex, or more so, how much of the Pokédex lore and bits can you actually use to determine things about Pokemon. For instance, if you look at Gardevoir, she should be probably one of the most powerful things because she can create a miniature black hole. Obviously not the most realistic thing. So let's look at something a little bit smaller, like Dragonite, who should probably be one of the fastest Pokemon, considering that it is stated to be able to traverse the entire world within 16 hours, clocking in at 1,554 miles per hour. You would think that's the upper echelon of speed, and not many things should be faster than that, especially not something like Magmortar, because if you look at the in-game stats, it only moves at an 80 speed, Dragonite does, and Magmortar has 83, and Cutiefly has an 84, which means that Cutiefly would turn around at the finish line as Dragonite is crossing it. Maybe not the most accurate thing when you look at its Pokédex entry, but the reason I bring this up is more so to talk about the website. See, on Pokemon LegendsZA, we've been getting small little, additional bits about the Megas that have been introduced, that being Victory Bell, Dragonite, and Hawlucha. Specifically in Hawlucha's, it actually straight up says, hey, when it goes into Mega Evolution, the energy coursing through its body gives it an attack and defensive boost. Literally saying attack and defense, not saying offense and defense, attack and defense. Should we not assume that means that at least out of its 100 stats, it will be gaining attack and defense? Presumably speed as well, but if it only gains attack and defense, then exactly what it told us, right? And Dragonite's entry tells us that it's able to fly faster and further, which means that reasonably that 80 speed should be getting bumped up to hopefully 100 or something. I mean, it would be a little unfair and a little weird if you did all this work, yet Mega Evolved, and you're still slower than, anything with 100 speed, right? If we don't boost it at least to triple digits. And Weeping Bell, or Victory Bell, is probably the one that we have the least info on for speculation in that regard, as it doesn't specifically say, hey, it's gonna hit harder. Not exactly though, but it doesn't exactly say, hey, it's gonna hit harder, more offense, it'll move faster. But it does say that its acid becomes more acidic, which you could take this as either meaning that it is gonna deal more damage, higher special attack, or as the wording specifically says, its acid can melt through concrete and steel. So is this saying that maybe it's going to get corrosive or corrosion, which is the ability that Salandit has, allowing you to poison steel types? Or could this be saying that it's going to have a stronger ability, allowing you to actually deal poison damage to steel types, making it a really strong counter to something like Mawile, which you can hit for super effective because you're ignoring the steel immunity. So it's, what can you use for lore reasons to actually talk about stats and true in-game effects?